Thank you so much for staying with us. If you're just joining us, you're watching the news at 10, live on Channels Television. A reminder of our major stories. President Buhari's leadership of the anti-corruption fight in Africa receives a nod from delegates as the ordinary session of the AU comes to an end in Addis Ababa. Tributes as the body of Nigeria's former Vice President, Dr. Ekweme, arrives in Nigeria for its final journey home. Senate begins probe into oil subsidy payment as NNPC says it received almost 5 trillion naira between 2006 and 2015 for that purpose. And Russia accuses the United States of meddling in their elections as US gets set to release report on Kremlin-linked leaders. For more on our top stories and others, just go to our website. It's channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Log on to m.channelstv.com to watch us on your mobile device or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. And there's more. The Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Ive Test feature with which you can share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions. And talking about pictures, here are some of them you sent into our Ive Test portal today. Let's begin with this image showing a gathering of people taking refuge in a primary school in Guma local government area of Benue State. Our Ive Test reporter says the people took shelter in the school following the attacks on their community by suspected herdsmen. And still in Benue State is this picture of a road accident involving a bus and a car along Makodi-Boko Road in Taka local government area. The person who sent it in says the accident claimed the lives of 3 people. And next is this image from Fausat Shomade Street in Bako Estate in Lagos State, showing cattle invading a residential area. The person who sent this picture in is calling on the concerned authorities to do something about this. And we end with this image showing a refuse dump along Yanoba Market Expressway in the Badagry area of Lagos. Our eyewitness reporter claims that the dump causes traffic and gives an offensive smell. He's asking relevant authorities to take out the trash. That's the body of the former Vice President, Dr. Ekweme, arriving at the Akanibia International Airport, Enugu, for the service of songs at the Cathedral Church of God of Good Shepherd. The body arrived in Nigeria from London early this morning for the commendation service organized by the federal government in honor of the former Vice President. Top government officials, including members of the federal cabinet, as well as his family members and other prominent Nigerians, attended a parade of honor. The former Vice President, Dr. Ekweme, died in a London hospital after a brief illness at the age of 85. And for more stories, let's move on to our Abuja studios, where Linda is standing by.
Hello, Melinda. Now, before the departure of the late Dr. Ekweme's body for Enugu, top government officials turned out at the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, to honor the former vice president. At a parade of honor, as the chief mourner, the vice president, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, prayed for the nation to be truly united in accordance with the wishes of the late former vice president. Professor Oshibajo described Dr. Ekweme as a bridge builder among ethnic groups in the country. Our correspondent Gloria Mezoke reports.
One after the other, top government functionaries arrived at the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport to receive the body of the former Vice President of Nigeria, Dr. Ekweme.
The Speaker.
The guard of honor, mounted by the Nigeria police, took their positions in a solemn atmosphere as Nigeria's vice president arrives to inspect the parade, after which the pallbearers bring in the body. Amidst the brief ceremony, the Vice President reminded Nigerians of the elder statesman's loyalty and timeless ideals of integrity.
We are reminded of his selfless service to nation, to our region, to Africa, and indeed the world. We are reminded of his commitment to the timeless ideals of integrity, of loyalty, and of kindness to all. We thank the Almighty God for giving us 85 glorious years of Dr. Alex Ekweme. And I pray that in death and as we him, that this will not only encourage us, but also cement the relationship between all of the peoples and nationalities of this country so that we become and remain one.
The Vice President and a representative of the family of the deceased joined the parade train towards the waiting Nigerian Air Force C-130 aircraft.
Excellency has given permission, but everybody remains standing.
The remains of the former Vice President, Dr. Alex Ekweme, heads to Enugu State, where the final interment is expected to take place on Friday, 2nd February 2018. Gloria Umezuke, Channels Television News.
Insecurity has once again reared its ugly head, with at least 2 people reported kidnapped and 73 cows killed by suspected cattle rustlers in Madaga village in Keina local government area of Nasarawa State. The state's police commissioner, Ahmed Bello, who confirmed the attack, explains that 18 cows were also injured and many others carted away. Mr. Bello says his men have begun investigations to unravel the identity of the attackers.
A tense atmosphere, an obvious indication that something is wrong in Kadarku community, Kiana local government area of Nasarawa State. Residents woke up to the news of the abduction of 2 herdsmen and the killing of at least 73 cows at a farm in the community. This has forced even non-indigents living in the community to flee for their lives. The owners of the cows believe the attack is a reprisal.
I was asleep. Then I heard bullet sounds everywhere. I didn't see anybody, but they killed my 73 cows. Some of them were dispersed into the bush, and I haven't seen 2 of my children. In the morning around 6 o'clock, our children saw some people numbering up to 1,000 holding sophisticated weapons. Before I got there, the place was already chaotic, and we realized that at the spot, they have killed 73 cows, including the ones that they carted away.
The leadership of the Mieti Ala Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in the state corroborate this position of the owners and cautions its members from taking laws into their hands.
I reported the matter to the appropriate authority. We informed the government, we informed all the security agents, and I came here in rest to visit this place where the incidents happen, to tell my people not to take law into their hand. They should allow government to do the proper investigation in respect of those people that did this, commit this offense, so that they should be brought to book.
The attackers are still unknown, but the police confirm they've begun investigations into the matter.
6 people are missing, even though 4 of them returned back to their camp. At the moment, 2 are still missing. Investigation is ongoing, and we are willing and ready to unravel the mystery surrounding this unfortunate incident.
Kadarku community in Nasarawa State is not the first to witness this sort of violence, but its residents are the latest to know the true meaning of fear of reprisal, with many homes already deserted and the occupants unsure of when they'll return.
In Benue State, law enforcement officers are being targeted, as confirmed by a policeman identified as Abdullahi Isiaka, who was injured in security operations against suspected herdsmen in Guma local government area. Officer Isiaka, who narrated his narrow escape from death to Governor Samuel Ortom, says that the attackers who killed his colleague Solomon Dong are indeed herdsmen.
Governor Samuel Ortom is here at this undisclosed hospital in Guma local government area for a chat with a policeman who survived an ambush by suspected herdsmen. The officer who's receiving treatment narrates how they came under attack by herdsmen who shot his colleague Solomon Dung dead.
When I entered the house, I saw 3 Fulani. They hung the bag with magazines, enough magazine inside. So one beside me like this, they are small boys. Confirm they are Fulani, normal Fulani that you are seeing. No different, no story about it. So when the one beside me removed his magazine, he was firing at me straight. Wow. So but when I see that things is going harder, he later removed his own shoe. So when he removed shoe, myself became wrong. So when I was running towards our motor event, he started aiming my leg. So I can bring it down. That is why I sustained this injury. By then, they were advancing to the town with their cow.
Governor Ortom leaves the hospital in anguish and heads for a meeting with more than 10,500 internally displaced persons in Bajimba community. He wants the federal government to reprimand the Ministry of Defense for trivializing the attacks, which are now claiming the lives of security operatives.
The herdsmen are pushing further, and they have gone further to even attack security men. That is the aspect that is so sad. I think federal government should stop paying lip services. They should come and face this challenge headlong. It is their responsibility. Not for a Minister of Defense to stand somewhere and be telling things that he doesn't know.
The governor also declares that the people of Benue State will stand to defend their land no matter the intimidation, as the insecurity is gradually spreading to neighboring Nasarawa State.
A group under the aegis of a new Nigerian nationalist has kicked off an 800-kilometer walk from Lagos to Abuja to mobilize Nigerians to demand for a better and safe country. The organizers of the peaceful walk say the docility and blame game among the citizens and government over the many issues bedeviling the country must stop. They want all Nigerians to rise and build fresh and committed youthful leaders with the mindset to drive visible change in the country. They plan to walk 20 to 30 kilometers per day.
We can feel the anger of Nigerians. We are on Facebook, social media, and when we put posts on there, we can see people's reaction. They are tired of the situation in this nation now, and they want to see something happening. They want something new, new ideas, new strategies, new faces, new policies. They want selfless people who can give them hope. It's like there is no more hope. Everybody is like we're at our dead end.
Skeptics wrong that Nigerians, patriots, they are no longer patriots in this country. Hey, how can a nation be without patriots? It's not possible. And what we're trying to do, the fact we're trying to emphasize with this work is the fact that Nigerians still have its fair share of patriots, super patriots if you could say. We're going to risk everything just to make a point. And the point is very simple, that it's high time Nigerians got together and begin to think about how to salvage their future. Everybody must get involved. All those who've got value to add to the future of this country must rise up now.
When the News at 10 returns, U.S. Consul General visits Nigeria's stock exchange, pledges commitment to development of stronger business partnership with Nigeria's private sector. That's some business news. Join us again.